So you want to know how the real estate market is doing? Today I'm going to be talking to you about what took place in Delray Beach for the month of June. I'm going to be talking about 3 important data points that you need to know now, but first I'm going to talk about the narrative. The narrative is something that happens about 30 days in advance of the actual data coming out. In the month of June, both sellers and buyers experienced extreme sentiment changes. What I mean is, sellers are now in what we call denial phase. It's no longer the hot market of 2021, and prices are starting to soften. Buyers, on the other hand, are now in the midst of this increased interest rate life, and they are now giving real estate a second thought before they move forward. Demand is still high, but there is a clear sentiment change taking place right now. But let's now dive into these 3 data points. The first data point is days on market. As you can see in the chart behind me, in Delray Beach, June 2021, days on market was about 50 days. And as you can see, every month since then, it's been dropping. We're down now almost 68% from a year ago to 21.4 days. Properties are selling fast, but the narrative is, month of June, we're starting to see that change as we on a daily basis are seeing listings last a little bit longer. Point number 2 is price reductions. Yes, at the luxury level, on a daily basis as we look at the MLS, we're currently seeing one price drop after another. Between 5 and 10% is consistent at the high level, which is the $1 to $2 million level and up. It's happening on a daily basis, and that is going to start to creep into the reports that we'll see next month on days on market. Maybe even bottomed at this point, and we might start to see a tick up in the days in market because of some of the price drops. And data point number 3 is the number of active listings. As you can see in this Delray Beach chart behind me, Delray bottomed back in November of last year at 345 properties. Today it stands at 545 properties, which is an increase of about 50% just in the last 7 months. That coincides with what's happening in South Florida that bottomed in January at 14,500 properties. Today stands at 22,600 properties for almost a 50% increase as well. If you would like to subscribe to my weekly e-letter, I write about inventory every week and how inventory itself is making a major shift in the real estate market. You can find the information to subscribe below. In summary, the Delray Beach real estate market is strong. It's just not as hot as it was at the beginning of the year when open houses were flooded with people and prices were going through the roof with multiple offers. Things have changed in the month of June, primarily because inflation is now taking effect, higher mortgage rates are now taking effect, and the overall sentiment of both buyer and sellers is changing. We'll see what takes place next month after we see what's happening with the seasonality effect. We're now in wet season, we're now in what we call hurricane season, and generally there's a slowdown. We'll be back next month to talk about what's transpiring in the month of July.